Hey guys, and welcome back to the Pennies to Pounds podcast with your host Kia. And this is a podcast where we aim to dispel your myths, simplify difficult financial jargon, and rectify your own personal problems. Happy Monday, and as always, I have got an amazing episode lined up for you today. This one is a very special one because not only are we joined by someone who's been here before, but this episode is also sponsored by Visit England. But before we get into it, guest, who are you?
Hi, I am Jazz. I'm a travel content creator and influencer, and I do informative travel content.
Jazz, you have blessed us with some gems before, and I'm happy to have you back again.
Thank you.
But I feel like this is a good one that we've got today.
The vibe.
Because Visit England.
Yeah.
We've been working with them, and they sent us away. Where did they send us?
We went to Newcastle.
Newcastle, baby. So I have never been there before properly. You said that you hadn't. You've been there.
Yeah, I've been there before for athletics competition, but I never got to explore the city. I've always heard that it's a good time, it's great, it's cheap, it's fun, but I never actually got to properly explore. So we actually got to do that this time, which was good.
I was very excited because I've heard the same. I've heard that Newcastle's fun.
Yeah.
And I feel like we really got into the thick of things. So we're going to try and run through what we did and how we saved money on our trip. Friday, do you remember what we did?
We got on the train and we went to Newcastle. Kia had a really big suitcase for no reason on this trip. But yeah, we got the train from King's Cross. It wasn't that long of a journey. It was like 2 hours, 50 minutes, and it went quite quickly.
It did. It was really good. LNER have really good deals, especially if you're going that far away. Mm-hmm. So,
and if you have a rail card, they have really good deals. You can see deals from as cheap as £49 return. I found one, depending on the time and the date. So yeah, there's definitely good deals if you want to go to Newcastle and you don't want to, break the bank.
Exactly. And then once we arrived, we stayed at a hotel.
Motel 1.
It was actually really nice.
Like the pictures definitely don't do it justice. It was a really nice hotel. Our rooms were really big. The bed was so comfortable.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
I never wanted to wake up in the morning because the bed was so comfortable. But yeah, no, it was a really nice hotel, and it was like right in the city centre as well.
It was in the heart of the city centre, and it's about £59 per night, which I think is a really good price point. Yeah. And it was just so good. Remember, we saw the bar as well. We had breakfast.
Yeah, the bar was really good. They have good drinks at the bar. The breakfast was like a continental breakfast, but it had everything that you needed to like get you started for the day. So yeah, I definitely recommend Motel 1 if anyone's ever going to Newcastle.
And then after that, we did Big River
Brew. Yeah, and it was cool. It was like equivalent to Box Park.
So even though Box Park, any of them, Shoreditch, Croydon, Wembley, it's basically like that.
Loads
but
of
in Newcastle,
vendors.
it was really good.
Good food. I had Greek food. That was
you did,
nice.
And I had a burger. I had a burger, and I like my burger. My burger was really nice.
And the drinks were really cheap as well.
That
was cheap. One thing about Newcastle. It's cheap.
You can save your coins going to Newcastle and still have a great time. I feel like that's what we did. And it was really cool. Then after that, we went and we saw a production.
We went to the Alphabetti Theatre.
We did, which is like it's a community theatre, and they offer a range of pay-as-you-feel productions. Yeah. So it essentially means that you don't need to, like in the West End in London, it's a set price. It can be really expensive. Exactly, which kind of prices a lot of people out of it. With pay-as-you-feel, you can literally pick and choose whatever fits your price point and however much you appreciated the production. So I think that was really cool. Yeah. And then from there, I feel like we was
tired.
We were tired. That was the end of our night.
You was tired.
I was very tired.
We just got a drink by the bar at our hotel, and then we called it a night. But then the next day, that was the jam-packed day. Yeah. That was jam-packed. So do you remember what we did first? We went to do stotty making.
We did. So what is a stotty, Jazz?
So stotty is what they eat in Newcastle. It's like their kind of traditional bread. Yeah. It's like a bread that you can make because in Newcastle, people haven't always been very well off. It's a bread that you can make where you don't need a lot of ingredients and you don't need a lot of money to be able to make this. And where we went to make it, they actually help out a lot with, the less fortunate, being able to give opportunities to those who are more in need. It was really nice, actually.
It was great. So it was at the Big River Bakery. Yeah. And as you said, we really got our need on. We were there mixing up, making our bread. We were really going in. And the way that it works, it's a social enterprise where essentially they offer free stotty making classes to those who are less fortunate and a warm hub for anyone who needs it. And then those who have more money, like ourselves, are able to pay for courses. The course to make the Stocky,
£35 per person.
£35 per person. And again, that helps to go back in and help those who don't have the money to be able to do that.
People came from all over.
All over.
From Wales.
Australia, I think someone from. Yeah.
So there was people from literally all over the country. They come to make stotties. I didn't know it was what it was before, but it was a really big thing. And these guys were on the BBC, I believe. They was in news articles.
Everywhere.
So yeah.
It was a very good experience.
Yeah,
I mean, not something that I feel like I would have picked myself had I planned my own itinerary to Newcastle. I'm glad we did it. It was really fun. I'll do it again.
It was good.
Then after that, we had some brunch.
Bottomless brunch. You
cannot go wrong with bottomless brunch.
Yeah.
And we went to Banyan.
Banyan was good. I liked it. I had a really nice burger. You had a kind of mix
like a breakfast hash kind of thing. It was actually really nice. I enjoyed it.
The drinks were nice. It was a cute vibe, really nice, aesthetically pleasing. Yeah, I enjoyed that bottomless brunch.
Yeah, so you got 90 minutes bottomless, cocktails and Prosecco.
Yeah.
And obviously choice of main for £35. And I thought that was a really good value for what you got. Like I literally was topped up with one glass Prosecco and a cocktail. I was struggling to get them both down at the same time. But I feel like that was a good time. That was a really good time.
Yeah, no, that was fun.
After that, we went to the Baltic Centre.
Yes, we walked along the river. That was really nice.
That was very nice. Nice views of the Tyne. It was really good.
Yeah, that was cute.
And we made it.
There were some nice views up on the 6th floor.
You can literally see, from the 6th floor, you can see, I think there's 7 bridges in Newcastle. Yeah. And they show you all the different pictures. You can see all of them from that skyline.
That's nice. Then we went to Dobson and Parnell. That food?
I feel like they've got a special place in my heart now.
That food was 10/10. It was really good.
It was so good. And I can't lie to you, some of the dishes, when they came out, I was unsure.
I was looking at it.
I was unsure.
It was quite very small, very a la carte, but so cheap
and so good.
£24 or £29.
So 2 courses 24 and then 3 courses 29. And let me tell you, I'd go back again.
Yeah.
Like the food was really so good.
I had the fish.
You did have the fish. What did I have?
You had chicken.
I had chicken. Yes.
What did I have to start? I had some type of crab.
We both had the crab thing.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was so good. Yeah. That was so good. Then we went for some drinks.
At the WC.
The WC.
Which is really interesting because we couldn't find it.
But why couldn't we find it?
Because basically it's underground and it's literally situated in the middle. It used to be WC standing for toilet, which we didn't know.
We had no idea.
So it used to be the old toilets of
just on Newcastle, right?
Newcastle,
so, like public toilets.
That has been changed into a really nice, quirky and cool vibes bar. Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, it's underground. It's right in the middle near like all of the kind of nightlife.
I thought it was very cool. And you have to have a reservation. Yeah. Like there were people who were outside trying to get in.
Yeah. Even someone was coming up, was like, you won't be able to get in.
I've got a reservation.
I have a reservation. Thank you very much.
But honestly, it's definitely worth a visit. Like if you're planning to go to Newcastle, make sure you book that well in advance. Yeah. Because I feel like that was a really good
for a date night as well. So if you're going there on a date night, on a girly day, it's cool.
It's just a great place to be. I feel like it's got a good vibe. Sunday, we had some breakfast.
Yeah, we went to Blake's.
We did go to Blake's.
That was nice.
That was
Avocado on toast with some bacon. That was cute.
I feel like it's a cute little cozy vibe. Yeah. It's a nice little...
I feel like it's the spot in... Because I feel like busy.
It was pretty busy.
Sunday.
And it's in like the centre, so it makes sense. Yeah. It's right near everything.
Very well priced at the centre. I think it was about £6, was it?
It was just about, I think it's £5.75 for what we got. It was actually really good.
Avocado on toast, which is very good. You could never get avocado on toast.
Avocado on toast in London?
Impossible.
Never. And then
we wend to Quayside Market.
We did go to Keystone Market.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was really cool.
That was good.
That was literally by the Tyne.
Yeah.
We're walking up and down.
They had everything. Food vendors. Then they had you got some books.
I got 3 books. Yeah. And I got a really good deal on that. The man was so helpful. I was there looking at his books and I told him what I was into. I'm into like crime fiction. And he was showing me all the books. When I tell you, everyone's so friendly and helpful. Mm-hmm. And he gave me like the best price. I was like, hun, I'll take more. Like it was so good. It was a great vibe.
Then I got churros.
You did get your churros?
I had been craving churros the whole time.
The whole time.
Got some churros. And we just kind of chilled there for a few hours, which was nice.
It was a really nice vibe. Yeah. And then we went back and we got on our next mode of transport. Jazz, what was that?
The e-scooter.
We got on a Neuron e-scooter.
I had never been on an e-scooter before. I was very scared. It comes with helmet.
It does, which I think is great because the ones I got on before didn't have helmets. But that comes with a helmet. And I think it's £1 to get it started.
Yeah, and then 85p.
I think it's 18p per minute.
18p.
Yeah, okay. 18p per minute that you're on it. And we were just scooting around. Those things go fast though. Those things, once you start, you're off.
And most of Newcastle is very hilly.
Yeah.
So we was going downhill. So
the brakes, I was really just trying to make sure I had those brakes going. But it was a really very cool way. If you're looking to just explore the city in a different way, I feel like that's a good option.
Yeah, definitely.
So I feel like we had a really good weekend. It's a good place to go. It's for nightlife, for during the day, whatever you're looking to do. If you just want like a city break, I feel like Newcastle is somewhere to go. And I feel like it's for all ages. Like there's something for everyone, whether you've got a family and kids, whether you're there with your girls, whether you're going with a partner, there's something that everyone can do. So now we're going to move on to ways overall that you can save money whilst holidaying and doing a staycation in England. Because I feel like there's a lot of emphasis on going abroad. And you're looking at the two people who travel quite a bit. We know. But I feel like Newcastle was a great way to just remind us that staycations are great. And there's so many different places in England that you can visit and actually save money.
Yeah.
So we're going to talk about different ways that you can save money. One, key one, is when you're traveling, to try and look at off-peak times. Would you not agree?
Yeah, I think traveling during different times, if you have a remote job, especially if you can travel and work on the train up there, that's definitely like good. Also, times of the year, not the school holidays.
Not school holidays, trying to look off-peak.
Yeah, off-peak, like actual like kind of occasions. Yeah, good. Also traveling on a Sunday.
That always does help.
That helps.
Also, if you're looking for accommodation, you'll tend to find like the peak times is what, Thursday to Saturday, right? Anytime you're booking kind of hotels and any kind of accommodation. Once you hit the Sundays and midweeks, that's when you'll find the most discounts and the most savings. And I've been to places in the UK, because I like to do staycations every so often, where I've been offered deals, you know, come down midweek, come down on a Wednesday till Thursday and you get this discount and they give you more for your money. They might give you free breakfast or free dinner.
Yeah.
A lot of places do that. So it's always really good to look for Sunday or midweek if you're looking to do a stay, if you can anyway.
Yeah, especially you're also more likely to get an upgrade if you go when it's not so busy, because they have more rooms and they are more than happy to give it to you. So yeah,
really good tip there.
Yeah.
So that's a
so
good
if
one.
You're ever doing a staycation or just staying in a hotel in general, always message them before and just say, hi, hope you're well. If you have any availability, I would really appreciate an upgrade.
That's really good. That's a good little tip.
I've done it and I get upgrades every time.
Oh, I love that for you, Jazz. You always come through with the gems. I love that for you. I feel like another good one that I've done is there are loads of things going on throughout England, right? And it's really good to try and plan your trips around cultural events or just things that are going on in different cities. So, for example, for me, last year, so I've moved there now, but prior to moving there, in Ipswich, they have this thing called the Jazz Festival. Have you heard of it?
Yeah. My name is Jazz for a reason.
Girl, okay. Well, they have the Jazz Festival in Ipswich, which I'd never heard of prior to last year. And it's celebrating jazz and like Caribbean heritage. So they have loads of massive Caribbean performers. I'd never heard of it, and it's so massive. And it's absolutely free. It's in the park, and I went down there. When I tell you, I had the best time. And I planned my trip to Ipswich around that festival, and it was well worth it.
Yeah.
So I feel like if you're looking to do stuff, there are so many different things in different cities that are going on. It's well worth having a research. If you're going to, I don't know, for example, you're going to Cambridge or you're going to different Oxford, whatever places you're looking to go.
See what's going on.
See what you can plan around. Loads of museums as well. I love a good museum.
Yeah, and I feel like a lot of these places have a lot of free things because it's not London.
Yes.
They have a lot of free festivals, free events. So definitely utilize that time and go to those free events. Why not? It's free.
Why not? And there's so many of them. Like I said, the Jazz Festival, I was in shock. It's massive. Apparently the Ipswich people know this. This is what they turn up to. Wow. And I said, this is going to be a bit of me now. And I'm going to start doing that in all different cities across England now. Yeah, it's a bit of me. Yeah. It's good. And another way is, are you much of a nature babe, Jazz? Do you like being in nature?
No.
Yeah, you give me that vibe. You do give me that vibe.
No.
Not really. It's not a bit of you.
Hotel. I don't do like camping.
You're not a camping girl.
I would hike. I would hike.
Oh, you'd hike?
I would hike. I don't have the hiking equipment, but I can get it. I would hike.
Yeah.
But that's it.
That's you. To be fair, I've hiked before. Hiking is really cool. And that is also something that you can do as well. There's so many different places which have great landscapes. Loads of different trails that you can go down. I've done that at the Duke of Edinburgh when I was in school, so I don't have to read the maps and find the trails that you can go down. And again, that is another good way to save money and explore England. I feel like there's so much that we haven't seen. You get used to wherever you live, and you're like, yeah, this is England, but there is so many different places that you don't even need to get on a plane to see a new part.
Definitely.
Of England and still have a great time. Any more tips? Just save money overall if you're looking to just do a staycation.
Always book through the hotel's website directly because you might be able to get member discounts. If you book directly through the website, you're more likely to get an upgrade and you're more likely to get a better discount and a member discount because they have most hotels directly have membership programs you can sign up for. Eat locally.
Eat locally is a big one.
Yeah, so eating at local restaurants, better than chain restaurants. Most of the restaurants that we went to in Newcastle
I think we ate at all local restaurants.
Yeah, they weren't chain restaurants. So the quality of food might be better, and you're also gonna get really good value for money.
Yeah, it was really good value for money, and just a more authentic feel of the place you're actually at. I feel like that's a really good one.
Actually, really care about serving you. Most of them are probably family run. So yeah.
I also want to add in there that if you are looking to save some extra money, the Visit Britain shop is giving away a £20 voucher to anyone who signs up for their newsletter within the month of March. And I think that's a great deal. You can use that towards any trip in England. Like, that's just money off for signing up to a newsletter. So if you're interested, the link will be in the podcast description so you can take advantage of this amazing deal and get your £20 off. Go and see England and get some money off. Don't say we don't help you here, because we definitely do. If you like the sound of our trip and you want to go to Newcastle and experience it yourself, there are more ideas that you can find out. The link is in the podcast episode description for you to check out as well.
Also, Visit England have created a hub so you can see everything there if you want to save on your next break.
Thank you so much again to Visit England for sending us away. We had such a good time. Nice weekend away, and we got to do some things that we probably wouldn't have been able to do before. We wouldn't have thought to do. Really good time. Definitely recommend anyone who was looking to do a staycation, explore Newcastle and explore all other areas of England. Jazz, it's always a pleasure having you. Always a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Honestly. And thank you again to Visit England for sponsoring this episode. We'll be back in next week with another episode. Bye, guys.